Good morning. Welcome to this special presentation of 59 News Hope for the Holidays. I'm Jessica Schuler, and joining me is the Executive Director of the United Way of Southern West Virginia, Michelle Rodolini. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're so excited to be raising money for our local food banks across the region.
Thank you, Jessica. We're here with one mission, and you can help us reach our goal. Raise as much money as we can, as fast as we can, to help keep our food and family programs running.
That's right. We're raising money for food banks all across Southern West Virginia, and here's how it works. Starting right now, Facebook is matching donations dollar for dollar, and that means whatever you donate could be doubled. It's all a part of their Giving Tuesday campaign. Michelle, when this idea was presented to me, I said, I have to do it. I'm in. I have to come back to 59 News, even if it's just for one day, this special day of Giving Tuesday, because you've shared with me so many personal stories of the families that are struggling all across the region. And during the holidays, it's pretty tough because we're blessed enough to say we want to get our kid that special gift for Christmas, but some families are just hoping to have a meal on Christmas.
Absolutely. You know, many families are choosing between food and medicine or food and utilities. They're certainly not thinking about the kind of consumption that you and I experience during the holidays. So it's really important. 1 in 6 children in Southern West Virginia are food insecure, meaning that they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
And if people want to help donate to these food banks, we are simulcasting right now on both Fox 59, CBS 59, and Facebook Live. So all you have to do is head over to our 59 News Facebook Live right now and just hit that donate button to contribute to helping keep food pantries across the region stocked. Of course, not only for the holiday season, but for the rest of the year. Michelle, you have so many stories of families who are in need, and one really sticks out to me is that there was a little boy who was just happy to get a peanut butter sandwich, not half of a sandwich, but he got a whole sandwich, and he was so happy just to have that. So you have so many stories just like this. Why should people head over right now on our Facebook page to donate?
Well, it's so important because United Way is a big funder in Southern West Virginia, and so a day like today when you and I are here and we're encouraging the community to donate really allows all of the charities that we fund to do the work. They're out there doing the boots on the ground work, and they can't do it without us, and they're the ones providing that full peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So today is really important.
It is important. It's all a part of Giving Tuesday on Facebook. They are matching your donations dollar for dollar. Head over to our Facebook page to donate. And if you need some help to figure out just how to do that, we've got you covered. Take a look. It's a chance to give back to our communities. Facebook's Giving Tuesday is offering the chance to have the donations you make doubled. And it's easy to give online, especially if you've already set up a PayPal account for Cyber Monday or you've bought stuff online before. When you press the donate button on our Facebook Live or fundraiser post, the amount of money defaults to $20, $50, $100, or $250. However, you can give as little as $5 or as much as $100,000 on any donation. Money can come from your PayPal account, or you can use a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover credit or debit card directly on Facebook. If you want to set up a PayPal account to donate from, visit paypal.com and click the Sign Up button in the upper right corner. Choose the personal account and click Next. Now, enter your name, email, and give yourself a good secure password, preferably with more than 8 characters and using a combination of numbers and upper and lowercase letters. Once you're logged on, go to the Bank and Card section on the right. Click to link a card or bank. If you want to attach a debit or credit card, choose that line. If you want to attach a checking account, choose Link a Bank Account. Then just add the information requested and save. Now you're set up to donate on PayPal. You can also leave a message and change who can see that you've donated, just in case you'd like to remain anonymous. And there you have it. Is that simple to donate? It is Giving Tuesday. Good morning, everyone. We're so happy you're with us here on CBS and Fox 59 as well as Facebook Live. We are raising money for food pantries along with the United Way of Southern West Virginia this morning. So if you're watching us on CBS 59, in just a few seconds, we'll be switching back to your regularly scheduled programming. But if you'd like to stay with us for the whole hour, switch over to Fox 59 and turn on that Facebook Live because that's where you can donate. Again, if you're on our CBS side, please stay tuned for some regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for joining us today.
And if you're watching on our Facebook Live, just click on the donate button. It's really that easy. If you're watching us on television, just visit our Facebook page and donate from there.
It's pretty simple to donate, Michelle. We're so excited because Facebook is matching those donations. You can give as little as $5. A lot of us are lucky enough that we have an extra $5 in our pocket. So if you give that $5, it's really like giving $10, but you got to hurry because Facebook is capping those donations nationwide at $7 million. And of course, there is a cap per charity, but we're so excited. We want to raise thousands of dollars today. And you know, planning this event, I think, Michelle, as a parent, it's really hit me hard as a new mom because you don't really, I take for granted a lot of the basic things that I'm able to provide for my child, and that's food and shelter. But there are families here, right here in our area. It's the people that you see at the grocery store, that you see out in your communities. They may have a story that they are silently suffering. You don't know those stories, but Michelle, you get to see those things firsthand, and there's one family that really left an impression on you. Share with our viewers about that family.
Yeah, absolutely, Jessica. You know, a lot of people have pride. They don't want to think that they can't take care of their families. And we had one individual who came into United Way, and his wife had just started a new job. They had one vehicle, and so he was spending his time in town while she was working. And his mission that day was to try to find some food for the family. And so he stopped by our office, and we keep a small food pantry at United Way. So I went in the back and put together a box for him, and I didn't know how many children he had, and I just picked some random things, ramen noodles, some SpaghettiOs, corn, and took it out to him. And he kind of looked through it, and he saw the SpaghettiOs, and I had put 2 cans in, and he said, I have 3 kids. Could I have 3 cans? Because they will each be so excited if they have their own can of SpaghettiOs.
Wow.
And you know, a SpaghettiO is $1.50. So when you talk about that $5 and the possibility of it being $10, that's like 5 cans of SpaghettiOs that really mean something to a child. And you know, we're excited about our kids opening a gift and being happy. And this child was going to open a food box and find SpaghettiOs and be happy. And it just really hit home. And you know, from that point on, I just thought, you know, you can never take for granted food because there's so many people that are suffering without it in our region.
You absolutely said it best, and like Michelle said, those small donations, look at how far $5, folks, $5, look how far that can go during this holiday season. A simple donation to our 59 News Facebook page means you can keep places like Carpenter's Corner supplied throughout the entire year. A local fellowship center is serving their community not just on Thanksgiving, but year-round. 59 News reporter Regina Gonzalez tells us how people line up at the door each day for much more than just a hot meal.
Outside the Carpenter's Corner Center on Prince Street in downtown Beckley, people line up before the doors open for lunch at 11 a.m. sharp. It's been this way since 2004. It's a service many people rely on, and volunteers work tirelessly to make sure people leave warm and well fed.
They've had jobs. They worked all their lives. And something has happened that has changed that course.
Over 150 volunteers from 29 local churches take turns working in shifts on different days of the week, preparing and serving food given to them by generous donors.
But a lot of it is donated. We get a lot of it from Sam's, Food Line, Panera Bread, and we get the rest of it we buy, but it's through donations. United Way, they give money because they're local here. They give grants to us, Beck Area Foundation, and we just have, you know, people that are involved and through the churches and the spreading of the word, they just give donations.
Every day there is a PIC or person in charge that comes in early to plan the day's meal. They're responsible for things like choosing and starting a vegetable, heating up and filling the appliances, and be the first person on the serving line when the food is ready.
It takes dedication and hard work to make sure the people who visit the Carpenter's Corner are fed. The staff consider each other family, and they work together for the cause.
All of us have designated things we do. We have Vicky and Betsy, they be doing the bread. We have Debbie, she be fixing the drinks, and they get a choice of 2 drinks or either coffee, whatever they want. We have Cindy, she's our server, and she's the one that's over us. Matt, he's the jack of all trades, he do it all. Then you got Scott, he right here helping me cook.
Before the meals are served, volunteers take off their gloves and join hands with the people coming to eat there, praying those in need see better days. Each person on a different journey, and each grateful for the food and hope Carpenter's Corner provides.
Off the top of my head, from the bottom of my heart, this place is a godsend to less apt individuals without anything who are hungry. This is the place to come for companionship, fellowship, and for God if you're into God.
Reporting in Raleigh County, Regina Gonzalez, 59 News.
Well, as you can see, your donations are going to help people right here in your own communities. Community members from across the region are donating, including business leaders in our region. Katie Anderson and Heidi Moore are live now at King Cole Chevy in Oak Hill to talk with some of our biggest donors this morning. We're so excited for this. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, big day here for 59 News and the United Way of Southern West Virginia. Not only is it Giving Tuesday, but we are hoping to raise a whole lot of money for the United Way that stays right here in Southern West Virginia. And to kind of get the ball rolling, we've had some very generous donations pour in from some of our local businesses, including King Cole Chevrolet right here in Oak Hill.
That's right, and we're joined now by the General Manager, Chase Barton. So, Chase, can you tell us why it's important for your company to donate to fundraisers like this?
I think especially after the Thanksgiving holiday, we've very thankful and blessed to have what we have, so now we need to take the turn to give back to our community and be a good partner and help support the United Way.
Yeah, and this is definitely a time where businesses should step up. Why is it important for businesses to give back to their community?
Because without our community, we would be nothing. We love serving our community. King Cole's been here in Oak Hill since 1935, so we love to be able to help people to have great Thanksgivings, great Christmases, whatever they need. We just want to be here to help and help the United Way.
And the awesome thing about this fundraiser is that it's staying here locally. So what's it like to know that you're helping communities maybe have a meal this holiday season because of your generous donation?
It's very heartwarming to know that you know, every dollar helps, and we hope that all you guys out there listening and watching us right now will, you know, get on there, get on Facebook, make a donation, get it matched. It's just an awesome day of giving.
Yeah, definitely. Please give if you can. Again, if you give today, Facebook will hopefully match that dollar for dollar. But the fundraiser doesn't end today. It actually ends this Friday at midnight. So you have all week to donate.
You do. So if you haven't gotten the chance today, or maybe you need to wait, you know, for payday or something like that,
Right.
Friday is the last day where you can get online and make the donation. And exactly, Facebook matching is huge, absolutely
Right.
huge. And of course, we're certainly hoping to get some of those matches here. Now, for now, we're going to be reporting in Oak Hill. We'll send it back to you, Jessica, in the studio.
All right, Heidi and Katie, thanks a lot. They are live from Oak Hill with our partners at King Cole Chevy. And Michelle Brodolini is joining us from the United Way of Southern West Virginia. So if you're just now tuning in to our Facebook Live or on Fox 59, we're raising money for food banks across the region. We've partnered with the United Way to do that. So Michelle, for people at home that maybe don't know how the United Way works, tell them where this money is going and how you guys help serve all those people, all the boots on the ground, as we should say.
Absolutely. So United Way is a local organization. All of the money we raise stays right here in Southern West Virginia. We are sending only 1% to United Way worldwide. So we use that money to fund community programs. So we assess our community. We find out what the biggest needs are. And we have identified that hunger is a big need in Southern West Virginia. We have a lot of generational poverty here. We have over 30% of our community living below the national poverty line. And that means that they have to make choices every day, choices that many of us don't have to make. They are deciding between paying a power bill and a water bill, between buying food or medicine. And so what United Way does is we fund the agencies, the boots on the ground, as you said, that are out there doing the feeding, that are operating the soup kitchens and the food pantries, and are doing after-school feeding programs for children. You know, the buses pick up the kids, they take them to their facility after school, they help them with their homework, they feed them a hot meal, and often they brush their teeth before they take them back home, because these are things that many children are not getting in their home life. things that you and I take for granted, for sure.
It's pretty hard to believe, Michelle, and this morning we're taking time to highlight those food programs that the United Way serves. The Raleigh County Commission on Aging changes the lives of thousands of elderly residents every year. 59 News reporter Taylor Newman tells us how the Meals on Wheels program makes a big difference.
43,000. That is the number of senior citizens that receive nutritional meals at their doorstep.
We deliver to anywhere from 170 to 185 people every day.
The Raleigh County Commission on Aging's Meal on Wheels program delivers 6 meals a week to each person. This is for seniors over the age of 60 who are unable to prepare or purchase their own meals and live alone.
Good morning.
It is also a way for the commission to check up on senior citizens in the area.
A lot of the times this is the only contact these people have with anybody throughout the week. So the drivers talk to them, check on them. They're required to make actual contact with the client.
So every other day, drivers go door to door delivering meals. Josephine Tolliver says she looks forward to it.
I wash for her hand every morning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I always open the door and say good morning to him.
Seniors like Tolliver and Jerry Terry tell me before they started the Meals on Wheels program, there were times they were forced to go hungry.
Before I ever got this meal, I went to bed many nights without anything to eat.
I'm gonna eat that day, and everything gonna be all right.
All of the meals are approved by professional nutritionists.
Love all of them. Oh.
That make sure each person is getting something to eat that will be good for them.
I enjoy it, and I know it's healthy for me, and I really appreciate it.
As the program continues to serve the elderly, not only does it make a difference in their lives, but the ones who make it all happen.
This is a job you're never going to get rich at. This is a job where you make a difference in people's lives.
All meals are funded by the West Virginia Bureau of Senior Services, the United Way of Southern West Virginia, and community donations. Reporting in Raleigh County, Taylor Newman, 59 News.
And the average cost of one of those Meals on Wheels meals is about $8. Pretty incredible. So that can give you an idea of what just maybe a $10 donation can do. Now, the fight to keep children fed across our region takes special people, just like our guest this morning. Marcia Timpson is the co-executive director of Big Creek People in Action down in McDowell County. Marcia, thank you so much for joining us here today. Please tell our viewers what your program does and how it helps children in McDowell County stay fed.
Actually, through our program, we have several things that help. We're getting wound up right now for a big Christmas party. We have 300 children signed up for that. They will be coming for the party to receive their gifts, but when they come, we do a full meal for them. And that means you have those children, you have their parents, and most often their grandparents. So we serve about 700. We also have our after-school program, and we feed those children every day when the weather's bad. If they call the school off, I always tell our workers, I say, get those children here. Let's get a good hot meal down them before they go home. Then we'll take them home.
And that's a big issue with children all across the region, not just in McDowell County, is that kids really depend on going to school because for a lot of them, that's the only meal that they get that day.
That's right. It is, and that's what we think about, and then we make sure they take food home in case they're out of school for a couple of days. But many of them, they said that when their school is closed last year for a week, they were calling us every day. When can we come back? When can we come back? I want to eat some of Maria's baked spaghetti or something. They really count on that meal every day.
And that's what Big Creek People in McDowell County does, is bring food to children in McDowell County. Michelle, you told me that about 45% of children in McDowell County are living in poverty. So Marcia, can you give our viewers an idea of what kind of donation could really help feed these children? $5, $10, $20? What's an average meal?
We accept anything. An average meal, we probably spend about $10 on each child a day, because when they come to our after school, they don't just when they get there, we give them a full hot meal, but we also provide them with a snack later in the day. And so I would say about $10, because we make sure that they get a good meal. It's not just a hot dog or something, it's a full dinner.
And Marcia, you know, it's folks like you who are out there doing the work that really drive us to do what we do at United Way. I know that our board member Sherry Hunter visited you this summer, and when she came back and talked about your program, she just had tears in her eyes because the need is so great in McDowell County. You know, that used to be a booming area when the coal industry was vibrant, and we've really seen a decline, and there are a lot of folks that are suffering there because of that, and a lot of people that aren't employed. I think you told me that 72% of kids are living in households with parents who are not gainfully employed. So there's just so much need, and you know, and what Marcia's doing, Jessica, is just, it's what's driving me at United Way and teaming up with WVNS today. It's just really amazing to be able to get this message out to the community.
Absolutely. I was shared with some viewers yesterday on Facebook Live that I came back to do this special. I've been a stay-at-home mom. I was an anchor here, and now I returned just for this one special because it was my passion for community service that really inspired me to get into local news. So, Marcia, thank you for what you're doing for the folks in McDowell County, because it's truly why we're here today.
Thank y'all for putting the spotlight on us.
Absolutely. We are happy to do it. And we're doing all of this, of course, to bring hope for the holidays for people in our region. And we think a great way to do that is through music. So while you're hitting that donate button on our Facebook Live, we hope you enjoy our special guest, Lady D and Mission at the Beckley Arts Center.
Is the only
Well, good morning, everyone. If you're just now joining us, we have partnered with the United Way of Southern West Virginia on this Giving Tuesday to raise money for local food banks. And of course, baby pantries play a huge part in keeping families who need help stocked with the essentials. 59 News reporter Adina Balthazar visited the Beckley Dream Center to find out how the dollars you're giving today will help mothers across our communities.
The Beckley Dream Center is an essential facility for many families in the region, especially for parents.
Mothers with babies birth to 1 can come and get formula, diapers, pretty much what they need in an emergency.
Patty Ward is a designated care coordinator with the Right from the Start program. She is one of many people that help the moms in needs get the supplies their families can't live without.
If I come across a family that needs assistance, then I usually utilize the baby pantry to get items they might need, such as diapers or formula or baby food, just really about anything they might need.
Belinda is a volunteer with the Beckley Dream Center. She says she wishes everyone could see the impact the baby pantry is having in the community.
We have had times, Marcia and Shelby have told us, and we've seen it, that they've had to reuse diapers. And they come in here and Shelby works so patiently with them. They leave with diapers, formula, little baby outfits. Sometimes they can get car seats and things.
The Beckley Dream Center's baby pantry is open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Reporting in Beckley, Adina Balthazar, 59 News.
And we do want to give an update to our viewers. We have raised more than $11,000 so far for the United Way of Southern West Virginia and food banks across the region. And one of the essential missions of the United Way is making sure children of all ages have food. And there are very few people who would better understand that struggle than our next guest, Shiloh Woodard. She is the Executive Director of Child Protective Mercer County. So Shiloh, thanks so much for being here this morning to join us. Yesterday, I learned a fun fact from Michelle. Michelle's filmed me with all these great facts about how much these donations really help our local programs. So she told me about $20 will help these baby pantries. It could buy maybe a can of formula for a mother for a week.
That's exactly right. And you know, formula is one of the most expensive things that you'll find in a grocery store. And so if you think about being a family in need and really worrying about how you're going to feed your baby today, tomorrow, for the next week, and you walk into the grocery store and realize that that's $20 that you don't have. Those of us who are blessed enough to have an extra $20 in our pocket, in our wallet, how much of an impact that $20 can have on a family in our community.
How far that donation can go. And whenever I heard this, I even asked, you know, why don't the women breastfeed? That's free and it would help provide nourishment to the children. And Michelle told me, these women are so malnourished themselves, they can't even produce milk. That broke my heart because I've, you know, as a new mom, been so lucky to be able to breastfeed my daughter, and I am grateful for everything I have, and I don't even think about just having food in my pantry. So they have to have formula. Some of these women are trying to make their own formula because they don't have breast milk, they can't afford the formula. So this program, Child Protective Mercer County, goes a long way to help these women. Any particular stories really stick out to you?
You know, we have families that visit our baby pantry on a monthly basis, and often what we see is, you know, they have WIC assistance, they have food stamps, but there usually is always a time in every month where those things have run out, and they're turned into the community, to the food pantries, not just Child Protects, but others in the community as well, to try to bridge that gap until they have those other resources available. And so being able to keep formula, keep diapers, keep wipes, keep clean new bottles on site at our pantry is so essential, because we just never know what a day will bring.
And Michelle, you at the United Way serve organizations just like Child Protective Mercer County, so you guys have to work together. They need your help, and that's why you're here this morning, is to fund agencies like Child Protect, correct?
Absolutely. You know, this is the work that's happening out there that's very important to United Way. United Way is about basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. That ranks at the top of the list for the work that we do. And baby pantries are so important. You know, I know a lot of parents, you guys are both fairly new parents, and when your baby's just a teeny bit wet, you change that diaper, right?
Yeah.
Because a dry bottom is so important to you. You want to ensure they don't have a rash. Many parents that are in the situations we're talking about today, they check the diaper, and if it's wet, it's okay. It stays on. It stays on if it's only wet, and that's just hard to believe. And we really feel at United Way that every child deserves an equal chance in life. No child should get a dry diaper just because of the zip code that they were born in or the situation they were born in. Every child deserves to have a dry diaper, deserves to have that formula.
And that's what you guys are doing, is helping these children get what they deserve, and that shows you where your donations will go. All the money that you give today, it stays right here to the great people of Southern West Virginia. So big or small, every donation helps us keep these food and local food pantries stocked all year long. Our 59 News team is talking to local business leaders who are heeding the call to give to our Hope for the Holidays campaign. So let's send it over now to Riley Phillips and Brandon Van Sickle. They are in OCN at Westside Pharmacy. So how's it going out there this morning, guys?
Hi, Jessica. It is going great so far. It's Giving Tuesday, and we are joined with the owner of Westside Pharmacy, Devonna West, and we actually just watched you right at 8 o'clock donate to this Giving Tuesday campaign. How much did you donate today?
Westside Pharmacy donated $5,000 today to begin to start off Giving Tuesday. That's a challenge to everyone out there. You don't have to give $5,000, of course, but $20 can help. It can help buy formula, diapers, ham, turkeys, shoes, anything that United Way is a part of. And I challenge each and every one today.
And why did you donate so much money?
I have a passion for the United Way of Southern West Virginia. I am a member of the Tocqueville Society, and I'm very familiar with the United Way and their practices. I think that it's great this holiday season that we team up with 59 News, the United Way, and Westside Pharmacy to accomplish donations today to help feed the children and the families in our area.
Yeah, again, everything is feeding people in this area or helping people in this area. How important is it that all of this money stays local?
I feel as a business owner, there's a lot of challenges with people always needing donations to help fund their projects. And the one thing that I like about the United Way is that when I donate my money to the United Way, we actually have people on the ground that do the footwork, that do the hard work, and they labor to make sure that people in this specific area actually get the monetary accomplishments from the donation. So that's what makes the United Way of Southern West Virginia so different than other charities, and that's why that's the one that I serve.
Yeah, and I think it's so important that the money stays local, and you know that you're helping your neighbors and your friends in the community. Well, we have a lot more money to raise here. Thank you so much for joining us today, Devonna. We're going to send it back to you in the studio, Jess.
Riley, Brandon, and Devonna, thank you so much for that donation. We're so glad to see our business partners out there in Wyoming County donating to us this morning. If you're just now joining us on Fox 59 or Facebook Live, we're raising money for local food banks. And we see all you Facebook viewers out there. I see that Linda Blankenship Shrewsbury says, good morning from Crab Orchard. Christina Cowley says, United Way is an awesome organization. We have Michelle Rodulini with the United Way joining us today. We are at just about almost to $4,000 on our Facebook, and we also have thousands of dollars of other donations coming in. I'm so excited I can't even get the words out. We've raised about, I think, almost $15,000 so far. Facebook will be matching those donations, so keep watching with us. And just remember, this is, of course, an amazing cause that helps our neighbors get access to the food that they need. Every single dollar that you give counts. So while you're clicking that donate button, once again from the Beckley Arts Center, here's Lady D and Mission. Well, good morning, everyone. If you're joining us on Fox 59 and Facebook Live, thank you for being here with us. We see our viewers. Jennifer Peak says, hi. Hello, Jennifer. Austin Caperton says, very exciting. We see your comments, and we are grateful for your donations. We are thousands of dollars into this campaign on this Giving Tuesday. We have partnered with the United Way of Southern West Virginia. All the money that you donate this morning to our Hope for the Holidays campaign, you can rest assured knowing that 99 cents of every dollar you're contributing is staying right here in Southern West Virginia. Michelle, that's pretty impressive.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, our goal is $860,000. It takes so much work to get to that number. We do not rest at United Way. We will not rest until we reach that goal because the agencies that we fund are so dependent on it. We have over $1.3 million in requests for funding every year.
Wow.
And so it's just, this is such an important day. It's so important to us. This is such a generous community that we live in, and we appreciate all of you helping us get to that goal so that we can fully fund all of the food pantries and all of the need in Southern West Virginia.
I think you said it best. We have a generous community. I have been a part of many fundraisers just during my time at 59 News. I know we've done boot drives for whether it's flood victims or food banks. We do this every year, and we see people who are driving that beat up car, and buddy, they are getting every last bit of change out of their cigarette tray in their car, trying to donate all the money that they have. So the people that may not even have a lot, they're still giving their last few cents, pennies, whatever to giving. And I think that that's what makes the people of Southern West Virginia so great. And that's why we're doing this special today on this Giving Tuesday, because we need your help. That $5, $10 donation can really go a long way. This money goes to protecting some of the most vulnerable members of our region. Childhood hunger is a serious issue in the Mountain State. 59 News reporter David Horak spoke with members of the Fayette County Family Resource Network about how the United Way is helping them fight childhood hunger in our counties.
With school fully in session, kids look forward to lunch to decide on what to munch. But for some, that isn't always the case year-round.
There are so many children who, during the summer months, don't have access to good quality nutritious meals.
Lauren Weatherford works for the Fayette County office of the WVU Extension Service, which oversees summer feeding programs across the state. Fayette County's 2 programs in Mount Hope and Beards Fork are part of an all-inclusive initiative to combat child hunger in West Virginia.
They can come to the site and get breakfast and lunch served in a family style.
Just one of those programs costs $13,000 to run annually. Even with grant funds and support from the Fayette County Board of Education, the Extension Service and the local county coalition need every penny to cover their 30% share of remaining costs.
We have to find that money locally, and the United Way has always been able to support us here in Southern West Virginia.
Only you can donate to assure that no child will go home hungry.
If we don't have that support through the United Way, these children do not get fed, and these children will not be able to maintain those reading levels. Those programs would disappear.
In Fayette County, David Horak, 59 News.
Well, fighting hunger among children is a constant struggle, and 2 women who are fighting the good fight to keep those kids fed are joining us now. Marcia Timpson, the co-executive director of Big Creek People in Action in McDowell County, and Shiloh Wooder, the executive director of Mercer County Child Protect. Ladies, you joined us a little bit earlier in this segment, and now you're back again to tell us about these great programs. We talked about maybe a dollar amount that could help your charities feed our children and help you run a baby pantry, Shiloh. So maybe a $10, $20 donation. What are the greatest needs that each of you see with your programs?
It's just having the funding to keep our programs going. It's a struggle. It becomes more of a struggle every year. And we have a lot of good programs. We feed our children, but we also feed elderly. We take meals to elderly in our community, and that means a lot to them too.
And your program is based in McDowell County, Marcia?
In McDowell County, in Coretta.
And Shiloh, you work out of Mercer County, and you specifically are helping mothers who have small children, babies, provide formula, diapers. What's the greatest needs that you see? Where can these donations go to really help the people in our communities?
You know, Jessica, I think what we're seeing at Child Protect is just an ever-increasing need in our community.
It seems like the need's greater than ever now.
It really is, and you know, I think we all realize that, you know, the opioid crisis has impacted every aspect of our community life, of our individual lives, and I think we're certainly seeing that and an increased need for just the basic necessities, food. I know our staff, along with a lot of our community partners, are really making a lot of concrete plans this year for not just how to host Christmas parties like Marsha's doing, but also how to incorporate being able to provide meals along with those things that we've typically done, because we are just seeing an ever-increasing need for access to food. We have so many children in our community who have food insecurity, and it's just it's just unacceptable in the country that we live in. But like you both mentioned earlier, we have such a giving and generous community, and I have no doubt that we're going to be able to raise all sorts of money for United Way that will then be able to fund these wonderful programs.
Well, I like what you said, Shiloh, that it is unacceptable in the country that we live in that there are children going hungry right here in our communities. We are a blessed nation, a blessed country, and we should be able to feed those hungry bellies out there. And, you know, you mentioned the opioid crisis as well. McDowell County has kind of been the center of that, leading the nation, I believe, in overdose deaths. So have you seen, how long have you been doing the program that you're doing, and what is the evolution since the opioid crisis?
Our organization has been open since 1990. We opened up our after-school program several years back, I'm going to say maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And it increases. So many of the children now are not even in their homes or with their grandparents. The grandparents can afford. Really, they struggle themselves to buy food for themselves, and now they have grandchildren on top of that. I have one lady in our community that's raising 8 grandchildren from different children, you know. It's a major struggle. Not counting what those children see. We want them to also see that someone out there cares about them, wants to see. And you know, I stretch our community across the nation. Because we get a lot of help for our Christmas party. We have churches from South Carolina and Richmond, Virginia that help us with that. And so it's a giving nation.
It is, and it's incredible. What you just said really struck a chord with me, is that just showing these children that they matter.
Yes.
Because if your basic needs aren't met, what does that tell you? It tells you that you don't matter. So meeting the basic needs of these children are telling them you matter and you deserve a future, whether it's here or whether it's you know, somewhere else. So we just appreciate you guys. Michelle, you kind of had like a moment before we came on air this morning about the impact that these ladies are making in the communities. There really are boots on the ground.
They really are. You know, the work we do every day at United Way, it's long hours. It's a lot of work to fundraise, putting things together like today. But when, you know, when I sit here and I listen to Marsha and to Shiloh, I just, you know, I'm teary. I want to cry, because this gives meaning to everything that we do at United Way every day.
Yeah.
If not for these ladies, you know, we wouldn't be serving our communities. And we're just so grateful for your work. And I pledge to continue to do everything in my power to raise as much money as I can for all the agencies that we support in Southern West Virginia.
These ladies are the true angels, I'm telling you, of the Christmas season. They are really making a difference in our communities. And to a lot of people, maybe they think, oh, it's just donating to another cause. It's just more money we have to give. But you know what? This money stays here in our communities. If you're a teacher out there, you probably have students in your classroom that are only eating their meals at the school. Think about those students when you're coming onto our Facebook Live and you want to hit that donate button. $5, folks. $5. Come on, that is like not even a value meal at Chick-fil-A is $5. You know what I'm saying? And that really makes a difference. So we just want to extend our thanks to all of you, because without you guys, a lot of these children would be going hungry even more so than they are now. And we're grateful for not only you ladies, but our business partners and business leaders throughout the region. They're coming together to make sure food programs just like these programs are funded. And right now, Heidi Moore and Katie Anderson are over at King Co Auto Mall talking to business donors in our area. So ladies, how's it going out there?
Hey, Jessica. Good afternoon or morning, everyone. That's what happens. You get the nighttime meteorologist up at 7 a.m. and she doesn't know what time of day it is.
You need more coffee.
I need more coffee, absolutely. But you know what? It's totally been worth the early rise this morning. We are having a whole lot of fun here at King Cole Chevrolet in Oak Hill, where we have seen a whole lot of generosity. We've actually got a nice generous donation from Jan Care. So we're here with some of the fellas from Jan Care.
Yes, we're here with Rick Cornett and Jack McClung. So Rick, can you tell us, why did your company want to donate to this fundraiser?
Well, I mean, for us, Southern West Virginia is home, you know, and anything that we can do to help those that are less fortunate in times of need, we certainly want to step up and do that. We feel like it's part of our commitment to our community, and again, we're just happy to be in a position to do so.
And Jack, I want to ask you, what do you think about your generous donation going to help so many people during this holiday season?
I think it's very heartwarming. It's you know, it's the least we can do with all the support we get from our communities that we serve, and you know, so many people does without food, whether it's clothing, housing, or whatever. And I just think it's very, very heartwarming that we're able to do stuff like this.
Yeah, this is a hard time for some people during the holidays when you have to maybe choose between making your rent payment or electric payment to getting food on the table. So what's it like to know for you?
Well, I mean, again, for us, it's really everything to be a part of the community, because everything that we do basically is centered around wanting to help out and help those that are in need. And this is just another way that we can do that.
Well, we really appreciate your generous donation, and we really appreciate you guys being a part of this. And again, you guys can donate on Facebook. We've already raised a lot of money. This is something really exciting to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. This is probably one of the biggest fundraisers we've done at 59 News, so we're really excited to be doing it here with you in the community. For now, we're going to send it back to Jessica in the studio.
Heidi, Katie, thank you so much. We're so happy that our folks out there are donating to this cause, and we're joined by Michelle Rodolini, the Executive Director of the United Way of Southern West Virginia. We have teamed up to bring hope for the holidays, and Michelle, we've seen thousands of dollars being donated this morning for our local food banks. Can you give us an update on the numbers here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jan Care is such a business leader in our community, Jessica. I mean, not only are they out today donating, Rachel and Todd gave $5,000, another $2,500 from the corporation, and another $2,500 from an employee, so over $10,000 from Jan Care today. But Jan Care is also fighting for Southern West Virginia. I talked with Paul Seaman last night, and they are fighting the opioid epidemic every day there as well. And, you know, just in talking to Marcia about the children that are suffering because of the epidemic. So thank you, Jan Care. You know, that's $10,000 more. If we get the Facebook match, that's going to be incredible. It's really, really exciting. We have another $5,400 in donations that have come in. So, you know, I think we're getting close, by my estimations, to $20,000 so far.
And that number hopefully just keeps going up this morning. Right now, if you're just joining us, we're simulcasting on Fox 59 and Facebook Live right now. If you're interested in donating, all you have to do is click the donate button on our Facebook Live. Head over to the WVNS 59 News Facebook page. You'll see our Facebook Live streaming, and if you donate, Facebook just might match your donation dollar for dollar. It's all a part of their Giving Tuesday campaign. So just imagine if we're almost at $20,000, we're going to be doubling that amount, Michelle, and all that money is staying right here. Michelle is so excited. I think you've had a smile on your face this morning the whole time, and I think that just comes from a grateful heart on your behalf, and we on our side are grateful for you that you're serving our community in such a great way. We'll be taking these donations until this Friday, but today is the day to double those donations. So please, I know this is like an odd time of the day. You might be heading to work, you might be at work, but it takes like 2 minutes. Just head over to the Facebook page, the WVNS page, and you can click that donate button. If you're not technologically savvy, giving can seem like a difficult thing to do, but it's actually really simple. We have a whole segment just to help you out. Take a look. It's a chance to give back to our communities. Facebook's Giving Tuesday is offering the chance to have the donations you make doubled. And it's easy to give online, especially if you've already set up a PayPal account for Cyber Monday or you've bought stuff online before. When you press the donate button on our Facebook Live or fundraiser post, the amount of money defaults to $20, $50, $100, or $250. However, you can give as little as $5 or as much as $100,000 on any donation. Money can come from your PayPal account, or you can use a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover credit or debit card directly on Facebook. If you want to set up a PayPal account to donate from, visit paypal.com and click the Sign Up button in the upper right corner. Choose the personal account and click Next. Now, enter your name, email, and give yourself a good secure password, preferably with more than 8 characters and using a combination of numbers and upper and lowercase letters. Once you're logged on, go to the Bank and Card section on the right. Click to link a card or bank. If you want to attach a debit or credit card, choose that line. If you want to attach a checking account, choose Link a Bank Account. Then just add the information requested and save. Now you're set up to donate on PayPal. You can also leave a message and change who can see that you've donated, just in case you'd like to remain anonymous. Well, the money you give to this cause helps people like our next guest make sure empty stomachs are filled with good food throughout the year and that children have access to warm clothing. Welcome to WBNS. Mike Bone, the director of Warm Hands from Warm Hearts. You are joining us today with a lot of amazing stories to tell about what your organization does. So pick out a story that really stands out in your mind to share with our viewers. Maybe that can inspire them to donate to this cause.
Well, first thing is God comes first. We're missionaries. We're local missionaries, which makes it even tougher sometimes. But you know, we just see there's a need. People are hurting. They're broken, and recovery is real because of the blood of Jesus Christ. So we try to share with people the things that we're blessed with, and Michelle and them do such an awesome job for us to help with some funding and things. But you know, one particular kid stands out. We had a child who. You was talking about the peanut butter sandwich. That's one of ours, and it's everywhere, all over the country, I'm sure. But I gave him a whole sandwich. To me, I gave him a peanut butter sandwich, but to him, I gave him a whole sandwich. So.
And that alone was.
Yes.
A miracle to him.
Absolutely. Only to find out that that's what he ate when he got home was a half of a sandwich, and that was it. So, you know, we never know. What people go through on a day-to-day basis.
That's right.
You know, Matthew Barrett said, you know, find a need and fill it. Find a hurt and heal it. And that's what we need to do.
I mean, you said it, that you never know what people are going through. Everyone has a story. You can be in line at the grocery store. You can be at church sitting next to someone. And you just never know what struggles people are facing. So your organization helps people stay warm and they keep their bellies full. And you guys receive help from the United Way, which is why we're raising money for the United Way today.
Absolutely. They do a wonderful job for us. We have a camp in the summer. They help us supply backpacks for the kids. Those kids go home every day with food in those backpacks. We have a Food of Faith program that feeds 85 children on the weekend, and now with the help of United Way, we're going to turn that into 115 kids. So that's going to start here soon. So, you know, we're blessed, and you know, we want people to understand that they are boots on the ground too. By the way.
Absolutely.
I see her staff at my place quite often, just to check on us and see how we're doing, and you know, I believe that we have to help each other. If we can, you know, I'll put a challenge out there now to any of our folks that are watching on Facebook. You know, today, make a donation to United Way.
And that's what it's all about. Mike Bone from Warm Hands from Warm Hearts. Thanks for joining us, Mike. And of course, this is a chance for people from all walks of life to come together and keep those food pantries filled across the region.
Even our area business leaders are lending a hand.
Riley Phillips and Braden Van Sickle join us again from Wyoming County at Westside Pharmacy to give us an update there. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jessica. Hey, Michelle. That's right. Well, we're here in Oceana at Westside Pharmacy with Devonna West, Dr. Devonna West, and we're here for this big day. And again, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but how important is it that all of this money here with the United Way of Southern West Virginia stays here in Southern West Virginia?
I feel that it's no secret that we have a great need in Southern West Virginia. We could sit down and do needs from A to Z, but because this is a national charity, it's important that when we give our money, we know that it's helping those specific needs right here to the people that we see every day. So that's what's important to people that are donating today, and I challenge you because it could help your neighbor that's to the left or to the right of you, and that's why I encourage you, because the money stays here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for donating to this cause. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Riley Brannon, thank you. And we're so grateful for those business leaders and donors throughout the community. We have seen so many people give their time and, of course, their donations this morning on our Hope for the Holidays special. We have seen people on Facebook commenting, chatting with us live. We have reached more than $10,000 on our Facebook. Michelle, you have thousands of other dollars coming in on your United Way page. So we are just so grateful to all of you out there who donated. I'm looking at your comments right now on our Facebook Live. We have so many people watching from all across the region. Michelle Moore says, wonderful cause. Thanks for all the hard work from the United Way is what she says. So we just are so grateful to the people in the community for donating to the Hope for the Holidays special. And it's hard to believe an hour has already passed, Michelle, thousands of dollars later, and it doesn't stop here. You can donate throughout the rest of the week. That's all the time we have right now, and we, of course, thank you for joining us.
And if you didn't get a chance to donate now, don't worry. Just visit the 59 News Facebook page to donate.
We'll be raising money until Friday for the United Way.
Remember, 99 cents of every dollar you donate to the United Way stays here.
We are lending a helping hand to your neighbors in need because we're all in this together. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you.